Oh, right. Oh, yes. I made it. I think. I hope. Let's have a look. Seriously? I'm a year out? That's what I get for using inferior technology. That's not my own. I should have just used the TARDIS. I mean, at least the TARDIS gets me where I want to go. Most of the time. Occasionally. Once or twice. Maybe once. I'm not entirely sure. But it gets me there, eventually. But this is the 59th anniversary of Doctor Who. It's going to be celebrating next year, the 60th. So hopefully I'll be back. But if you're watching this episode, then enjoy the 59th anniversary of Doctor Who. And it's going to be brilliant. Stay tuned for more. The Red Cornish Ranger presents Nerds Through Comics. Star Trek, The Next Generation, Doctor Who, Assimilation². Chapter 4.
Guinan welcomed the Doctor like welcoming an old friend.
Welcome to 10 Forward, Doctor. I'm Guinan. Funny. You look younger than I expected.
Ah, do I? Lovely. Always good to hear.
Said the Doctor, a little confused, which was strange for him.
Come, let's sit down. Amy, Rory, please join us. You too, Captain. You're as much a part of this as he is.
She said, catching Captain Picard before he walked off.
Now then, let's talk. Tell me, Doctor, I assume that's your TARDIS parked down below in the holodeck? It's more than merely a spacefaring vessel, isn't it?
The Doctor sat there taken aback by what Guinan said. Amy noticed this.
Ouch! What was that for?
You're being rude. Answer her.
I must admit, you have me at a bit of a loss, and that doesn't happen very often. You seem very familiar to me, Guinan. Have we met before?
No, yes. You see, that's what concerns me. I have a feeling that we know each other, but that we shouldn't.
Ah, I know exactly that feeling, and that's how you know the TARDIS.
Yes, just as you've been aware of things you shouldn't have, if I'm not mistaken.
You've been feeling out of sorts ever since we got here.
True enough, Pond. I'm beginning to figure out what's going on with that, though, and I don't like it.
I don't understand. Why do you know these things?
The Doctor and I both have the ability to sense things outside of the normal flow of time, Captain. And when that flow is disturbed, we're both affected. You don't belong here. You shouldn't even be here.
I know.
I thought the Borg were just as bad as it gets. Now we have them joining up with the Cybermen. Somehow they have altered the past in order to make this new future where they could join forces with the Borg.
Yes, I thought I'd stopped the Cybermen in the past with the help of your predecessors, Captain. But clearly, I was not entirely successful. The Cybermen have brought two universes together in order to create this alliance with the Borg.
What do they want? Why do all this?
They want complete domination, Rory. They want to control everything, and they want us all either eliminated or made like them. The Cybermen were a nightmare already, but with the addition of Borg technology and the resources, Armageddon on a galactic scale. Guinan, can you do anything about this? Is it within your power?
No, I don't think so. What about you?
Well, of course I can. We have to stop them, Captain.
Over the comms, Commander Riker spoke.
Bridge to Captain.
Go ahead, number one.
You better get up here, Captain. The situation has changed.
We're on our way, Commander.
The Doctor jumped enthusiastically as he headed to the door.
Let's get cracking. There's no time to waste. Come along.
As the three left, Captain Picard turned to Guinan.
I'd ask you if he is who he says he is, but he's never really told us who he is.
Understandable. That's his nature.
He reminds me of you in that way.
I'll take that as a compliment.
More importantly, is he a threat to the Enterprise?
You can trust him. We're going to need his help, Captain.
This unpaid promotion is brought to you by Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger. I've been part of the Zero to Hero network for almost a year now, and it has been absolute fun, even if I haven't received a paycheck yet. Seriously though, go check out all of the other partners of the Zero to Hero network, such as Cosplay Dude 637 with his story times and Power Rangers Universe 19. Also go check out Sam, Rebel Ranger XX, or Drunken Pterodactyl on TikTok, Iron Avenger, aka Jacob, on TikTok as well, Ben the Baker Ranger with his movie talk and other podcasts, assuming they don't go wrong. Also Jim and Billy, the Zero to Hero presenters of Zero to Hero, and also Neon Lights on YouTube. Seriously, being part of the Zero to Hero network is brilliant. Come check us out on the Discord, where you'll see us all arguing and bickering and just taking the absolute mick out of Billy. It's absolutely fun, so stay tuned for more.
Back to action!
The Doctor, Amy, Rory, and the Captain assembled in the observation lounge with Commander Riker and Data.
Our fear was that the combined Borg and Cybermen fleet was heading to Earth.
And that's no longer the case.
It appears not while the internal flight path looked to be directed towards Earth's system. The fleet has now abruptly changed course, taking on an opposite heading.
Opposite? But why?
Insufficient information to make a supposition at this time, Captain. The Cybermen and Borg vessels communicate via some sort of encrypted subspace wavelength that we are yet unable to access. Long-range scans indicate that the planet Cogen V was in the midst of being assembled when the fleet suddenly reversed its course.
Yeah, we've received word from the Cogenians.
Negative. All hails remain unanswered.
Very well. Obviously we can't operate without further information. Mr. Data, set a course for the Cogen system, but do all that you can to see that we're not detected. Commander Riker, prepare an OA team.
Aye, sir.
Captain, we'd like to accompany your team down to the planet.
We would?
Hush, Rory.
It's imperative that I see for myself what's happening, and I'm the only one here who has any expertise with the Cybermen.
Are you certain, Doctor? We don't know what we'll be heading into, and I can't guarantee your companion's safety.
That's alright, Captain. We can guarantee the safety of yours.
Ha! Just so, Pond.
Any objections, number one?
I'm not thrilled with bringing along civilians, Captain, but we may need his insight.
Agreed reluctantly.
Shortly after, the away team assembled in the transporter room.
So does this ship land on the planet, or are we taking a ferry down?
Not exactly. Energize.
Marvelous.
Whoa!
Moments later, they appeared on the planet's surface.
Oh!
That was cool. Hey, Doctor, why don't you have...
Watch out!
Scatter. Who the devil is firing on us?
Ponds, call out.
Rory managed to push Amy out of the way just in time.
We're fine, Doctor. Rory spotted it in time.
That's another one for the list of times I've saved you.
I know you're almost level with me saving you.
3 crystal drones make their way to the away team. Mr. Wolf and Data are ready to fire on the approaching drones.
Targets acquired.
On my mark, Lieutenant.
They fired and took out 2 of the 3 drones. The Doctor using his sonic screwdriver to incapacitate the last one.
Got you. Sonic screwdriver override the wavelength. Once the little devil got close enough, I was able to shut down its systems.
The doctor examined one of the drones.
This must be a bit of local colour. It's not of Cyberman design, and it looks too pretty to be one of your Borg.
I think you're right about that, Doctor. The Borg don't waste a lot of effort on styling.
Doctor, look over here. That's one of your Borgs, right, Commander Riker?
You're right about that, Mr. Williams, and I'd appreciate it if you both stop referring to them as ours.
Sorry about that.
Looks like they saw a little more resistance than they expected.
I don't understand, Commander. Based on the data logs we received, the Borg forces ran rampant over Delta. What could have slowed them down?
We have more over here, Commander.
They give me the shivers.
The shivers, Miss Pond. Yes. I have observed that my crewmates often find the Borg unsettling.
Commander, another one.
More of those Cybermen, too. What exactly went on here, Worf? What could have taken both of them out is far beyond anything the Kogenians have been capable of.
This is not what I expected, Commander.
And not only that, where are all the people?
That's a good question, Doctor. Data, find anything?
Numerous Borg and Cybermen casualties in evidence. Long-range scans indicate no sign of life. Whatever population was previously here has vanished completely.
You mean taken?
I don't like this. Let's get the hell out of here. We're taking the Borg and Cybermen bodies back to the Enterprise. Maybe they can give us some answers.
Aye, aye, sir.
Doctor, do you really want to be fiddling with that?
Oh, I'm taking this back with me. Who knows what secrets lie inside its chrome-plated cranium?
You're sure that thing is completely deactivated?
Trust me, Commander. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's gumming up the works.
I'm getting a sense of that. Riker to Enterprise. We're ready to beam up.
If you're a fan of Power Rangers, then hop over to YouTube and check out Review Time Productions and their Power Rangers Digital Beast. Digitize your prisms and prepare for a brand new adventure. A different take on Power Rangers that's absolutely brilliant. And stay tuned to Review Time Productions and even my channel, because there is a lot more coming. Hope you enjoy.
Back to action!
The away team beamed back to the Enterprise, and shortly after, in the sickbay, the Doctor, Data, Geordi, and Dr. Crusher were examining the Borg and Cybermen corpses.
My god, is that a human brain?
I'm afraid so. They retain some vestiges of humanity, but deny it fiercely.
Geordi looked over the Cybermen body.
With my visor, I can detect the specific degradation pattern of the weapon that caused these wounds, Data.
And?
I'll say this. It's familiar.
And these blast points, how could any enemy have penetrated their personal shielding systems?
How indeed.
Over to one side, Amy and Rory stood watching as Deanna came over.
Hello there. I don't think we've been properly introduced. My name is Diana. I'm ship's counselor.
Hello, I'm Amy, and this is my husband, Rory.
Hello.
So, as I understand it, the Doctor takes you traveling with him?
Yes, he does other worlds, amazing places, things no one ever seen before.
There's usually a fair amount of running involved. It's not for everyone.
And yet, I sense that you're very protective of him.
At these words, Amy looked at Deanna with a serious and emotional stare.
He's so alone. He's done everything for everyone for so long, and no one knows it. No one ever knows. Thinks he's looking out for us, but he needs us, even if sometimes he forgets.
Rory put his arms around Amy and they watched the Doctor do what he does best. Later on, everyone gathered around the bodies of the Cybermen and Borg.
The evidence is undeniable, Captain. There was no attack from the third party on the Borg and the Cybermen forces on Kogan 5.
I don't understand.
The fragmentation and degradation patterns on the Cybermen's wounds match precisely those of Borg cutting beams. And how else could energy weapons have gotten past Borg's shielding unless that technology had been shared?
The Borg and the Cybermen were killing each other.
Killing each other.
What about the inhabitants? Were they assimilated like the Deltans?
I'm afraid I may have some answers for you, Commander, I managed to pick my way through the electronic brain of this sentient drone from the planet and secured some video from its memory. With your permission, Doctor?
Of course.
With the wave of his sonic screwdriver, images appeared on the medical monitor of the Cybermen firing on the Borg.
And there you have it. The Borg have been betrayed. For whatever reason, the Cybermen have declared war on the Borg.
And the people of Kogan 5.
Taken by the Cybermen, no doubt, for conversion. Not as instantaneous as Borg assimilation, but a fate no less horrible.
Over the comms, Mr. Worf spoke.
Captain, to the bridge. Long-range sensors show multiple vessels dead ahead. On our way.
Moments later, Captain Picard, Commander Riker, Data, and the Doctor arrived on the bridge.
Let's see them, Worf.
Multiple Borg ships, Captain, all completely destroyed.
There are no survivors. Based on the extent of the destruction and mass wreckage, I would estimate that the majority of the Borg ships that we saw earlier were destroyed in a battle with the vessels of the Cybermen.
Where did they go, Data?
Warp signatures indicate that some Borg ship retreated from the battle. The Cybermen fleet resumed course towards the Delta Quadrant towards Borg Space Captain.
I have to say, Captain, the way the Cybermen dispatched the Borg, I don't want to say it, but I admire it. And now it looks like these Cybermen are determined to take their feud with the Borg back to the Borg homeworld.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, eh? Number one.
Something like that.
You can't be serious, gentlemen. Trust me, the Cybermen are not your friends.
You may very well be right, Doctor. Yet considering all the pain, suffering, and slavery that the Borg have brought to the members of the Federation, not to mention the untold billions of victims of their assimilation, I can't help but think, good riddance,
said the captain as he looked at the screen in the mass of destroyed ships.
Captain, we are being hailed. It's a subspace communication from the Borg. It's from one of the surviving ships.
Put them through, Lieutenant.
On the screen, a Borg drone walked into view.
We are the Borg. We seek a truce with you, Locutus of Borg. We offer an alliance against our common enemy.
There are no Locutus.
Angrily, Captain Picard turned to Worf and said,
Cut them off, Worf. No response.
Captain, or is it Locutus? You have to listen to me. The Cybermen won't stop with the Borg homeworld. We must hear them out.
As I said, Doctor, there will be no Locutus, nor will there be a truce. The Borg will receive no assistance from me.
Hello there. I do apologize about interrupting you, but I have a question. Do you enjoy when things fall into place? When you know that everything that happens is meant to happen? Like a well-precise chess move. What I've just described is my entire life. I must make sure that everything that happens with the Power Rangers Future Foundation and more falls into place. Like a precise chess move. If you want to see everything that I have planned for the Power Rangers Future Foundation and other Power Ranger teams, come over to the Tiger Tail YouTube channel, where you'll see my work unfold.
The Doctor was played by Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger. Captain Picard, V. Amy Pond, and Dr. Crusher, Cosplay Wife 637. Rory Williams, Cosplay Dude 637. Guinan, V Avatar Clash. Commander Data, Ghost Galaxy Cosplay. Commander Riker, A Crown 39. Mr. Worf, and the narrator, Ben the Baker Ranger. Commander LaForge, Ty Tiger. Councillor Troy, Foxy Who 93. All other parts played by members of the cast. Dedicated to Kevin Conroy, the real Batman.